Great. Oops. But I'll upload that recording here on the website, so we'll have access to this after the fact, so you can use it for studying or whatever. Okay. I've got a video on what the command line is, instructions for downloading Git, whether you're on a Mac, Windows, or Linux computer, downloading RStudio, a nice little video about moving around on the command line, finding files. We've got cheat sheets built in, all right? And then here's your practice for the week, all right? So, has everyone got this website handy in some capacity? Let's click on assignment 1 and see what's going on. Okay, this is us getting set up for the semester. Okay. If at any time I am going too fast or you can't hear me or something, please unmute and yell. It's fine. We can take time to address questions as they come up. That works better than saving your questions for the end, because there is no end. That sounded ominous, but it's true. All right, so assignment 1, we're going to install these 3 programs, okay? And we're going to create a GitHub repository for you. All right. GitHub, let me show you, is this thing here. It's an online repository for all your code, all your analyses, all that good stuff. You're going to make one for yourself. Our course website is actually hosted on GitHub also. By the end of the semester, you're going to make your own website so you can showcase your portfolio of data analysis skills. But you're going to make an account here on GitHub, and you're going to be uploading finished code to it, and that's what I'll be downloading and grading. All right, so assignment 1 is going to walk you through how to install Git, how to move around in command line, how to make a GitHub account, and basically have a nice repository on there. All right. Who is ready to do this? Do we just want to sit around? All right, Tyler's ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. I've heard from 3 of you. That's enough, I guess. It's not a majority, but the rest of you can deal with it. Let's start downloading stuff. This may be a bit tricky if you're on a laptop because we got all this video crap happening, all right? So maybe make that window smaller, stick it off in a corner, okay? Whatever it takes. Go ahead and get assignment 1 opened up, and we'll just walk through this and start downloading stuff. All right. I'm gonna click on this link here. This is, I sent you to the wrong link. I suck at this. All right, sorry. Go to Google and just type in CRAN space R. That'll bring up the Comprehensive R Archive Network, okay? So one of the first little Google hits under there is download R, all right? So if you got Windows, download R for Windows, all right? So we can do that. I'm on a Linux computer, so sometimes things will be a bit different for me, but it's no problem. All right, then you will click on Base, download R 4.0.2 for Windows, done. You'll get a little exe installer. It's gonna run. It shouldn't take more than about 5 minutes to get it installed on your computer. I'm not gonna click that because that's a Windows thing. All right. So we're installing R. Here we go. Okay. After you install R, you're going to install RStudio. And RStudio is an interactive development environment, an IDE. It just makes working with R pretty easy for us. It gives us a place to save our progress, look at things, debugging tools, all that stuff. So let's see if this link works. Great, that link actually works. All right, so once you get R, click on the link to install RStudio. And what you want is RStudio Desktop. All right, so here we are. There's the Windows one, there's the Mac one, and here's all the different Linux ones. Okay. R was written for Linux, like with Linux in mind, and so it works really intuitively on Macs and Linux computers. Every now and then, if you're on Windows, there's like a little extra step you got to do, but these download pages will kind of take care of that for you. They'll help you through that. Okay. So let me know if you've got these things downloading or installing. Just shout out.
Yeah, I got them downloading.
All right, we got some downloading from Steven.
Yeah, mine are good.
All right.
Yep, same here. Mine are downloading.
Cool.
I think I still have all this from your tiny data workshop, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Mine are downloading.
Okay, cool.
I got mine going.
All right.
Okay, I'm struggling. Could you go back to the main
We got
R
some
one
trouble.
and show me how to do that one really quick again?
Which one? The main R?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you on a Windows computer?
Yes. Or sorry, no, Mac.
Mac. Okay. So I'm just going to Google download R Mac. Okay. And you can see it takes you to the cranrproject.org. That right there, that's the one you want. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. So this gets a bit weird. Look at all these different versions.
Yes. Okay, that's where I'm at. So I just don't know what to do now.
Okay. So at this point, let's get you the newest version of R. These .pkg files here, your Mac knows how to deal with those, like with your software installer. Do you see that on there?
Yeah. So just click on one of those.
Yeah, just click on that. It's 84 megabytes. It'll download it and then open it with your software installer or double click it. It should actually start installing right away.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I think it's working now.
Okay. Yeah. We're not spoiled for choice here. We're like, there are like 600 different versions of R going back to the 1980s, and they're all available on CRAN, and it gets pretty confusing. So the newest one is 4.0.2. That's great. All right. If you have 3.6.1, that's fine. It'll work well for this class also. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Anyone else having trouble?
Almost there. I'm good now, but it's still downloading.
Okay, no problem. Trouble is the normal for this class. It's to be encouraged. Do not feel bad if something's not working. Just start yelling or crying or whatever you got to do. All right. It's going to happen a lot. All right. Getting over that fear of failing is part of this class. Right. So I'm actually surprised that this is going so smoothly. I'm excited. Okay. Now there's one more thing for Windows people to download, and that's Git. If you're on Mac, it's probably built in already into your terminal. If you're on Linux, it's already built in, but click on this install Git, and here it is, Windows, Mac, and Linux. All right. So what you want is probably on most modern laptops, it's going to be this 64-bit Git, right? Unless your computer is like older than, I think, 13 years at this point, you're going to want this 64-bit Git for Windows. Okay. So on Mac and Linux computers, Git is going to be working in the background already when you open your terminal. And that's your command line. For Windows, the Windows terminal uses a different language because they got to be weird about things. All right. So downloading Git will give you a terminal that runs Git in the background, and it basically tricks your Windows computer into thinking it's a Unix system like a Mac or Linux computer. All right.
Is it a virtual drive?
No. No. what it does is it saves all of the commands from Linux terminal into one little package for Windows to use. All right, so we're downloading Git. All right, here's your instructions for Windows, for Mac, for Linux. Might as well try it if you're on a Mac, just in case for some reason you don't have it already. Okay. Now, this may take a few minutes. That's cool. Any questions so far while you're all downloading? Like, what the hell is going on, or why am I here?
I have a good one. Dr. Zahn, do you feel that this online course will be as valuable as the in-person one?
Yes. However, we're at a disadvantage because normally when you have a problem and I see you weeping at your table in class, I can walk over and like instantly look at your code and look for that missing comma. That's kind of a big disadvantage we've got here, is that I can't necessarily see your code unless you share your screen with us. All right. So that's why over on the left side in our Teams, we've got a few channels. We've got this one for the meetings, and then there's like a copy paste scratch paper area. That way we can copy and paste code from our separate computers and share it with each other. Right?
Okay.
So that should get around that limitation. It means that it will be a bit slower, but I think one advantage is that instead of me crunched over somebody's computer working on their code with the rest of the class just kind of waiting around, we can all see what's going on. And so I think we'll be able to learn from each other's mistakes a little bit easier in this format.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's pros and cons. It will take me longer to solve your problems this way, but everyone gets to see the problem solved.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? How's the
Are we going
semester
to be picking projects this semester?
Projects? I'm trying
Yeah.
not to do projects this semester. Lacey's finishing up her transparent soil thing from plant pathology.
Yeah, I remember.
But
That's awesome.
yeah, mostly I think you're going to be working on your own there, Lacey.
Okay.
I'll help where I'm needed, but yeah.
Great. If anyone wants to join, you're more than welcome.
I work with soil all the time. I might be
wow.
interested. Hit me up.
Really? You're
Yeah.
totally welcome to join me. I'll be there
Okay.
this week if you want.
Yep.
Interested.
Okay, also really quick, Dr. Zahn,
Yes.
for the Git one, you said on Macs it might already be installed.
Yeah.
Okay, and would that just be an application or is that something else? You know?
It actually just kind of runs in the background in your terminal.
Oh. Okay.
Right. So one way to test that is to open your terminal, and if you're on a Mac, just go to your Finder window and type in the word terminal. You're going to want to make a shortcut to that thing on your desktop because we're going to be opening it a lot. But let me show you my terminal.
Okay.
This is it right there. You can see that? It's the scary blinking cursor of death, the command line. All right. This is actually one of the most powerful tools we have for computational biology. Every last bit of cutting-edge bioinformatics software runs through the terminal. Okay, and so getting familiar with the command line is going to be super handy. It's not the focus of this class, but I want you to know it so that when you, towards the end of the class and you start doing your own projects, like downloading full genomes of coronavirus or whatever it is you decide to do for your project, you're not going to be afraid of this. All right, so here's my terminal. I can just type in git, let me make this a bit bigger for you. Git space status. All right. So if you're on a Mac, you open your terminal, type that in, hit enter. It says fatal, not a Git repository. That means Git's working, actually, okay, because it knows what Git is. If you type that in and you got nothing, or it said git command not known, then you don't have git. All right. If you're on Windows, you're going to have git bash, a standalone program called git bash. Okay. And what this does is basically gives you a Unix style terminal like the one I just had open that will work on Windows, and it runs git in the background. Okay. And that's what the install instructions from the download git will give you if you click on Windows. It'll give you basically a little icon that you can stick on your desktop, double click it, and you're running a terminal. Okay. So let's check in. Where are people with downloading and installing these three things?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I have all three of them installed. But
Okay.
what does the RStudio desktop icon look like?
Oh. It's a circle with an R in it, capital R.
So I have that. I thought that was just normal R.
It's not.
Okay, so I have two of those. Oh, I think maybe one's just a 32-bit and the other one's a 64.
Are you on a Windows?
Yes.
Okay. So one of those might actually be the installer, like exe that you downloaded, and the other one is the actual icon.
Okay.
Let me show you what RStudio looks like. I'm going to pull it up. That.
All right, I have something very similar to that.
Okay.
And is that what the application that we use to actually use R then?
Yes.
So
we're going to be spending the entire semester here in RStudio, essentially. Yeah.
so that's just there to use R. There's no like application I need to click on to use normal R. It's
No.
RStudio I use.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to install R for RStudio to be able to use it, if that makes sense. R itself is just a coding language, and if you're in your terminal like this, you just type in a capital R and hit enter, and boom, you're in R. I know that's not super exciting looking. It's really confusing to use. I hate it, and that's what RStudio is all about, is it's an interactive way to use R. So if I want to quit, I have to type in Q, no. Okay, so I want all of you to let me know if you don't have these downloaded. All right, so shout at me if you're not ready to go, because I think it's time for us to clone our first Git repository.
So
Yes.
if I typed in R, clicked enter on the studio, and it says error object R not found, do I need
You're
to go
good.
read down? Oh, that's
No.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
The difference was I was doing it here in my terminal. You were doing it in RStudio, right there. It looks the same as the terminal. See how confusing this gets already, everyone? It's got the little blinking cursor, but next to it is this little greater than symbol. That's the R prompt. The standard like bash prompt, the command line, is the $sign. You confused yet? You hate me? It'll get worse. I promise. You're going to be cursing my name in a week or two. All right. I want everyone to open up your terminal. This thing here, not RStudio yet. I'm going to minimize that, send it to the background.
Could you go over how to get that terminal open again? Sorry,
If
I'm
you're-
very technologically challenged.
No problem. If you're on a Mac, open your Finder. I think it's Command F for your Finder window.
Okay.
And then just type in the word terminal up there and it'll find it for you.
Okay, I think. Let me see here. I did that a minute ago. It just comes up with like a bunch of almost like application type things, a bunch of documents.
So if you do Command Space and then type it in, it should come up.
It just comes up with my Spotlight search.
Yes, then type in
Oh,
Yeah.
then type in
terminal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you mean by open up RStudio, but not the terminal, but not RStudio? Is that like the
Yeah.
R thing itself, R64-bit?
Yeah, if you're on a Windows computer, I want you to click on that Git bash that you downloaded. If you're on a Mac, I want you to open up your terminal like we just talked about by using your Finder. What you should see is this window here, which is basically just a blinking cursor on a white or black background. I've got mine set to dark mode because it reduces eye strain, but whatever. We won't worry about that yet.
Dr. Zahn,
Yes.
what were the 2 R things that we were supposed to download? The Crane R, I downloaded that one, but then you said there's another one?
This RStudio right here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Carlos, do you have your terminal ready to go? Is that working at least?
Yeah, the Git is working, yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay, how do you check if Git is working again?
Type in git space status. What do you see there?
It's telling me I have to install something.
Okay. So that's where you'll go back to this page here.
Uh-huh.
Install Git, click on Mac OS X.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Look at this. Brew install Git. In your terminal, you might have Homebrew installed already, and you can just copy this, Control copy, right click, paste, right into your terminal, and hit enter. It's not going to work on my computer because I'm not a Mac. Try that and tell me what happens.
Okay, there's something else downloading
Okay.
from it. It says it'll be 12 minutes though, so hopefully that'll hurry
Nice.
up a little bit. Should I try that anyway while this is downloading?
Sure.
Okay.
Worst it can do is destroy your computer forever. All right. In the meantime, while this stuff's still downloading, I want you to go to github.com. All right, so just in a nice, whatever browser you want, https://github.com. Now I'm going to go ahead and sign out so this will look like what you'll see. All right. Is that what you're seeing there for GitHub?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. I want you to create an account. So click on sign up for GitHub. Give it a username. And I cannot stress this enough. Please make it a professional sounding username. Right? BananaButt69 does not work here. All right? Because this is something that you can actually put on your CV, show to employers. Okay? So make it professional. Mine is just G's on. It's boring, but whatever. It works. Okay, so give yourself a nice username. Give it the email address that you use most often, not your UVU address, I'm assuming, because that's going to go away when you graduate anyhow. Okay. And then a password. You may want to uncheck send me occasional product updates because we don't like spam. Okay. And then create an account. So I'm going to sign in. Okay. So let me know when you've got an account created. It's pretty quick process.
Yep, I got it.
Cool.
Mine's created.
Awesome.
All right, I'm done.
I'm in
also done.
too.
Got it.
All right.
Done.
All right, who's left? I don't think we've heard from Alex.
And I've got it, Steve.
Okay. While I'm waiting on you, I'm going to show you some of my GitHub repositories. You can have unlimited public repositories, and you can have 5 like personal ones for free. We're going to keep ours public. It doesn't matter. We want people to see our code, right? So we'll just click on one of these. This is a GitHub repository. It stores files, right? Some of those have code in them. It'll store output files for you. You can include like a little README. So this is an entire project right here. This particular project, there's a coral. The genus name is Porites, and there were some researchers sequencing bacteria from these corals. Okay, and they wanted to know whether coral age changed the microbiome. This is out in Singapore. So they sent me a buttload of raw DNA data. Okay, I got 8 gigabytes of data, and they wanted me to turn that into pictures for them. Can do. I did it all hosted on GitHub so that they have instant access to my results. Okay, and they can see everything that happened here. So I've got some numbered files. Everything that ends in .r is an R script. Right. So I'll show you one of those. There it is, an R script. All right. This is maybe a bit advanced for what we'll do in this class by the end of the semester, but it's a bioinformatics script to turn raw DNA into analyzable data. It's not too long, 163 lines with spaces. Donezo. Okay. I've got a folder here for output. It has statistical tables, some figures, so that my collaborators can actually come in and see the most recent version of the analyses that they have. I don't have to send them any files. GitHub will host those for us, okay? This is why you're gonna have a GitHub repository, is that all your homework assignments will basically be a separate little GitHub project, okay, that you can upload to GitHub. I can download them onto my computer to grade them. I can look through and see your figures, okay? So once you've got GitHub signed in with your new user ID, make sure you write that down and kind of like save your password somewhere, because that could get annoying. All right. I want you to go up to the top right here, right up there, to new repository. So click on that little plus sign, new repository. All right, so our assignment 1 page will actually walk you through this if you get lost. Okay, so it shows there's new repository and repository name. I want you to call this just test. I've already got something called test, so I'm going to call it test 2. All right, great. It won't let you put spaces in the name, all right? So don't worry about that. You can put a description if you want, not super important for this. I want you to make sure that public is checked, not private. And then I want you to click initialize this repository with a README. Okay. Are you ready to move on? I'm going to click Create Repository. Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? Look at that beautiful repository. Great. And look, it's showing us that we have one file. It's called readme.md. And it's showing us the contents of that file right there. Okay. So now here's where we integrate GitHub with our command line. All right, we're going to do this real basically. Let me know if you hit problems. I'm going to click on code here. And it says clone with HTTPS. All right, so we can actually clone anybody's Git repository from the internet onto our own computer with a simple git command in the command line, our little terminal. So here's that. I'm just going to click this to copy it to my clipboard, or you can highlight it and do Control-C or whatever it is. So I'm copying that, and I'm going to open my terminal. Okay, and as your assignment will show you, I want you to navigate to your desktop in your command line. For me, or for a Mac user, this is the command cd space ~desktop. If you're on a Windows computer, you're going to have a different path, right? And it's probably going to be, where are you? Something like this. cd c:\users, whatever your name is there, and then desktop.
Quick question.
Yes.
So what was the point of copying that to our clipboard?
Because the next thing I'm going to do is git clone, and I'm going to paste it in there.
Okay.
So that's the command to get somebody else's Git repository, or in this case, your own Git repository. That actually will link up your computer and give a little pointer to the online location of your Git repository. So anytime you tell it to save stuff, it saves it online as well as on your computer. This prevents a lot of heartache, right? Have you ever been writing a report and your computer crashed and you lost all your saved progress or whatever? That's not going to happen if you're using Git because it's online backed up also. So it's pretty nice. Okay. So I know this is a bit confusing. I told you, hey, navigate to your desktop using your command line, right? Well, how do you do that? If you're on a Mac, it's that command. If you're on Windows, it's probably something like /users, whatever your name is, desktop. Tell me if this doesn't work for you. If you get an error there, watch my error. No such file or directory. Let me know what happens.
Yeah, I got that error.
Windows?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're on Windows, I want you to type in this command in your terminal, just ls, and hit enter. And tell me what you see.
I see a big menu of it's a directory.
Bunch of stuff. Okay. Do you see anything in there with your name or users? How about this? PWD. This stands for Print Working Directory, and then hit enter. What's that show you?
Yeah, I see a name I can use, I think.
That, yeah, it's /c/users/ then my username.
Okay. So maybe try just cd desktop at that point. Did that fail for you again? It's got to be capitalized D.
That worked for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did something. It didn't say anything about failing.
Great. Yeah. If it doesn't say no such file or directory, then you win. Okay. How about you Mac people? How's it working for you?
I think good. It says, at least for mine, it just says desktop and then that username thing with the money sign at the end. Is that good?
Okay. Great.
Great.
All right.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have their desktop showing? If you type in PWD, it should show you that you're in your desktop. No matter what your little path is, for me, that's my directions to get to my desktop. On your computer, it's obviously going to be different. And we're going to find a way to get around this, so no matter what our computer file structure looks like, we can all work on each other's computers fine, but that comes later.
Okay, I copied mine into the chat.
Okay, let me open that up.
Okay, I think I'm on the desktop.
Show conversation. Sure looks like it.
Okay.
Yep.
But the PWD and the LS commands didn't work once I was there.
PWD didn't work?
No. But I don't think I needed to because I know my username, and that's what I typed in.
Go ahead and type in PWD and tell me what it shows you.
It's not a recognized command.
Okay, so you are not in Git Bash.
Okay. I don't think I am. I couldn't find that.
You are in the Windows version of command line, which was useful between the years 1993 and 1995. It seriously hasn't been useful since then. So we really want you to be in the Git Bash thing. So on your in the chat, Tyler, you had like a little screenshot that Git 2.2.8.0 64-bit. Double click on that. Is that working out?
Yeah, it's walking me through like the setup again.
Okay.
Should I just do the whole thing again?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. It says Git Bash is selected.
All right, I don't see the clone thing on GitHub though. Can you show me how to get to that again on GitHub?
To the what? I'm sorry?
The cloning link that you put into the
Oh,
command
yeah.
thing? Yeah.
It's actually hidden here under this green button that says code. Right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Should I just do the default options on all of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got this copied onto my clipboard here. That business. I'm going to type in git space clone space, and then I'm going to paste it in. Pasting into your terminal is kind of a pain in the butt. Control V doesn't work. On some computers, it's Control Shift V. That's what it is on mine. On a lot of Macs, I think it's Shift Insert. We'll get it in there. If you click on Edit, it'll show what the paste short key is. So mine is Shift Control V. Yours might be Shift Insert. Or you can just right click and say paste.
Oh, I did the right click way and it totally lost it. Suddenly it started spitting out a gazillion lines.
Did they look like this? Or did it really lose it?
No, it didn't look like that.
Okay.
It filled up the entire thing a couple of times.
Is it done being crazy?
Yeah, it stopped.
Okay, cool.
Maybe I'll paste it in a different way. I don't see a pasting thing at the top.
In edit, it doesn't show you a paste.
Right click. Yeah, just right clicking and hitting paste. Don't even hit enter. It just goes pretty crazy. Yes, fatal. You must specify repository to clone. That's what I was trying to paste in. I think it hit enter somehow when I tried to paste it. Or yeah,
It may have.
All right.
Can you take a screenshot and post it up in our chat bar to the right there? I want to see how crazy it went.
All right. There's a lot of screens to show, so I'll just maybe take the bottom part.
Yeah, bottom part's good. Okay, so what might be happening here is that you've installed Git, but Git doesn't know your username. It doesn't know your email address, and so it doesn't know how to hook up with things online. All right. So let me.
Was that the point of us going and putting our desktop in there so it does know all that stuff?
Yeah, but it may still not. So I'm a bit spoiled for like data science working on a Linux that it does all that automatically because it's built into it. It's not going to be a problem for you. We're going to get it figured out if you're on Windows or whatever. So first time Git setup, okay? So Git comes with this tool called git config, and it gets a bit wonky to use, but basically these are the two lines you need to copy and paste before Git knows what you're talking about. All right. So git config space dash dash global dot username, and then in quotes John Doe, but that's going to be your actual GitHub username that you've already created. All right. So I want to copy that, paste it into here, and then go back and change John Doe to whatever your Git username is. All right. And then hit enter. It should not say anything.
All right. And real quick again, where did we go to copy that off?
Oh, I'm sorry. I Googled configure Git.
Okay.
And it's the first hit there. And it's about halfway down that page. Right there. I promise class gets a lot more fun like once we get all this stuff set up and we get to do data. We're paying taxes right now. You just got to pay them. It's fine. So you can try finding it on there, copying it and pasting it in, or you can type in git config space dash dash. Copying and pasting is always going to be safer than trying to type it because you make spelling mistakes, right? So copy and paste where possible. Change your username in the quotes there to your actual username in GitHub. And mine's showing up right there.
And is this just linking everything together for saving our work?
Yeah, it's telling Git that every time it opens up, it needs to know that the username that it's dealing with is Gzon or whatever, T-hacking, whatever it may be. And so that when we tell Git to save stuff online, it's going to send it to that username, and it's going to use whatever email you give it. So the second line you need to do is this one. Git config global. So we're setting like a global configuration variable, user.email, and then not in quotes, the email that you used for GitHub. Make sure that that's the same email.
All right, I did post what it showed in chat, or I tried to. I don't see anything myself, but it says I already posted it when I tried to do it again. So do you see it in there?
I don't.
It's kind of odd.
That is odd.
Yes, it said that I already did it once, and then nothing popped up.
Okay. Have you tried these lines of code yet?
I did do the name one. I haven't done the email one. I'll do the email
Okay.
one now.
Yeah, once you get the email one, I'm guessing the next time you try the git clone, it'll work. When is this class over?
4 minutes.
Holy crap. Oh well, okay.
All
We're
right,
gonna get this
took
stuff
that.
installed. All right, so you got that. Now try the git clone. And paste in that test git thing. All right, and what mine said was cloning into test 2. Yours might be test 1. Enumerating objects, 3 done, all that good stuff. Who got
Yeah,
that?
it did that.
It did that?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so what this means is that if you're at this point, you've gotten over the hard parts of assignment 1. Okay, so in assignment 1, before Thursday, I need you to go through this, make sure that you've done all these steps in assignment 1. Okay, you made your GitHub account. Okay, you've cloned it in there, git clone. Okay, and then you're going to navigate into this new repository. Okay, and make some changes. I've given you the code for that here in assignment 1. So you can just copy and paste line by line right into your terminal. And it should work for you. I'm going to show you this. It's going to be kind of fast because we don't have much time, but just to get a feel for it, and you can always come back and watch it here in a second. So I'm in my desktop. I have something now called test 2. I'm going to say ls to list everything. I'm going to look for it, and there it is. There's my test 2. So I can change directory with cd. The videos on our week 1 website will walk you through this. cd test 2. So there I am. I'm going to use ls to look around again, and I see something called readme.md. Cool. That's exciting. What's inside? I can say cat and then hit tab to autocomplete. Saves me having to type. And that's all that's in there is just # test 2. All right, so I'm going to say copy that from the website, paste it right into here, hit enter. Then I can say cat readme, and look at that. I've got that stuff in my file. This is equivalent to me basically going in with like a little Explorer window like this, double clicking on test 2 to get in there, and then opening it up to look, and it says this readme file contains, okay? So anything I type in here, whatever, I save that. I can go here and say git add dot, git commit message, and then put this in first commit, and then git push. And this is where the rubber hits the road. It's saying, hey, what's your username? Well, it's gzon. Your password. Hit enter. And it's going to upload it online. Okay. This little process of like making some saves, adding them to like stage them to send online, and then committing and pushing them, you're going to go through this a lot. And assignment 1 is going to walk you through how to do this. I want you to do it 10 times, 10 different changes. But the end result is that here's test 2, my Git repository. If I hit reload this page, look, it's got all my new stuff in it. Isn't that exciting? I know this is garbage, but if this was actual code for an assignment or to do some data analysis, it would be there saved online, and I could clone it onto any computer in the world with that git clone function. So your code travels with you wherever you are. Okay. We're basically out of time. What I want you to do is go through assignment 1, get it done. Okay, you're going to be creating another Git repository, and then you're going to be pushing 10 changes to it. Okay, it's going to be having you go through this loop of making some change, adding that change, committing that change, and then pushing that change. Okay. Make 10 separate changes to the README file, commit and push each one in turn. Okay. This little loop of git add, git commit m, git push happens quite often. It needs to be muscle memory for you. I know it's not that complicated. I know you don't know what's actually going on. It will come in time, don't worry. What I want you to get used to is typing in your command line. I want you to get over that fear of seeing a blinking cursor and wondering what is going on, okay? So go through this assignment, and I've got some like resources for you, navigating the command line, Git cheat sheet, okay, and then here's some practice for you. Make 10 more separate changes, commit them, okay, open and close your command line terminal 10 times. That sounds dumb. Hey, it's actually handy if you have a hard time finding your terminal, okay? You're going to be making a new repository. This is where all your assignments will be turned in. Don't put spaces in it, use underscores, and then put your actual last name, not last name, okay? So navigate around there, and then I really need you to watch this video clip from Karate Kid, okay? It's pretty important.
What?
Yeah.
You goddamn slave.
Just watch it, okay? By the end, I want you to refer to me as Sensei or Mr. Miyagi for the remainder of the No, I'm just kidding. I am going to have you do a lot of wax on, wax off type stuff, though. It's for your own good, all right? So that's your instructions for before Wednesday. I want you to have that Git repository from assignment 1 and be ready to roll. Everyone good on that?
So we have no, we're not submitting anything through Canvas, right?
Yeah, you actually will. Okay. For this assignment, actually for all the assignments, there'll be like a little something that lets me know that it's ready to grade.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't be grading anything on Canvas. It's kind of just like a token submission to let me know that you're ready to have it graded. I'll be downloading it from your Git repository and grading it that way.
Okay, so there's no other submitting anything other than just exactly what this week 1 practice stuff says.
Yeah, so each assignment is going to be kind of the same thing. So if you look through these, like assignment 2, it's going to be an HTML document. It's going to walk you through, here's your 6 tasks. Here's some reminder information, okay? And it's going to tell you like what to upload for credit. Upload a text file to Canvas, okay, containing the answers to these things. All right.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
No problem. You're free to go. I'll hang out here for a few more minutes in case people have issues they're running into with downloading or just getting Git set up or whatever. Or if you are just a boring person and like to hang out on video chats doing your assignment, I'm here if you want to just start doing your assignment and have questions.
Really quick, who was it that said they might want to do the research lab?
It was Tyler.
I might be down.
Tyler. Okay, I'll send you an email.
Yeah, please do. I do a lot of soil stuff and it's fun.
Well, this is fake soil.
Fake soil?
Yeah.
It worked.
That's okay. Like soilless medium?
Yeah. Well, it's transparent soil.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
I might also be interested if you're looking for help.
Hey, it's Lacey's call. She's in charge.
Who said that? Just really?
That was
Trevor.
Trevor. That was me.
Trevor. Okay, Trevor and Tyler. Great.
Yep.
Depending on Yeah, just reach out to me and we can figure it out.
Okay,
If
sounds
you're
good.
down for that. Thanks.
Dr. Zahn, could I screen share with you? I think I have it mostly set up. I have bash, but I'm not having success with the commands.
Yeah, share your screen.
Okay.
See.
Not sure where the button is for that. 1 sec. Is it in the sharing tray?
Yeah.
Share my desktop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I can see it. Or, well, not quite yet. Okay. All right, so your git config commands aren't quite right.
Okay.
So you see over there on the actual stuff you highlighted,
Yes.
git config, you see then it has a space, 2 dashes, global space, user.name space, and then in quotes the name.
Yeah.
It needs to look exactly like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And I'm not able to paste into my command window at this time.
Try right clicking.
Aha.
Shift insert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Move your window up a little bit. I'm having a hard time seeing that line.
Is that better?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so now I want you to delete on the far left that $sign. Just hit delete twice. Okay, now go over. You're going to have to use the arrow keys. It won't let you highlight and do stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so use the arrow keys, go over there, and delete. Perfect.
I saved my name on Git.
Yep. Hit
Okay.
enter.
Oh.
Hit the up button. Go. Oh, wait.
Do I need the
Hit down.
parentheses?
Hit down again. Okay.
Which one? That one?
See how they look different?
Yeah.
You don't have the global or the user.name.
You're right.
Git, and you have an extra $sign at the beginning because you
Right.
copied that.
Okay.
Yeah. So git config space user global. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
I already have the config.
You got the config there.
Okay. User global.
Nope. -- global.
Right here.
-- global.
There's the right
Space
spot.
user.name space and then in quotes that Tyler I'm hacking. Hit enter. Cool. Okay, now hit the up key. That shows you your last command.
Yep.
Go and change name to email in that line. And then take out the quotes in Tyler I'm hacking and just put in the email that you use for GitHub. Hit enter. Donezo. Okay, you never have to do that again on this computer.
Thank you. That'll probably be the
All
hardest
set.
part, is getting set up.
Yeah, that's the hard part. And so now you should be able to do the git clone once you're in your desktop.
Okay.
I want you to type pwd in there first. Okay, so now do cd space desktop in all caps. Or not all caps, but capitalized desktop. Nope, just the first letter capitalized, sorry. There you go. Hit enter. Now you're in your desktop.
Okay.
And so now you can do git space clone space and then the address that you copied from your GitHub repository,
Okay.
wherever
Now
that is.
Figure out what that
Yeah, there it is. So go to code in the green button
Oh, okay. I went
and
to the
then copy and then shift insert or paste it in
I'm gonna try the shift insert. Yay.
and hit enter.
Aha!
Now it worked. So
I remember
now
the
you
data class.
now you can type in
Had a
you
hard
could
time.
type in CD space test 2. So now you've navigated into test 2, and you can see how in yellow there it kind of shows you your path.
Yeah.
It says, hey, you're in home, you're in desktop, and in your desktop you went into test 2. So that's where you are now.
What does CD do?
Change directory.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
It's navigating.
you're over the hump now. What I would definitely do, let me share my screen with you again.
Okay.
Definitely go here and click on this navigating with command line.
Okay.
That's a nice video. It shows you CD, PWD, LS, how to kind of move around.
Yeah.
Super handy. I've got a meet the command line. We kind of already went through that in class, so it may not be that useful to you, but maybe just as refresher. And definitely click on navigating with the command line and watch this video.
Okay.
So it's got a nice little screencast. Shows you step by step how to move around, how to list files, all that good stuff.
I'm gonna click on every link on that week 1. I'll read it all. I haven't taken a programming class since like 10th grade in high school, like 15 years ago.
Most people are in your same boat, so don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. I'm excited but terrified.
That's healthy. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I feel better, and I'll hit you up if I have any problems.
Cool.
All right.
All
Good
right.
to see you, Dr. Zahn.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Practice.
I'm stoked. This is gonna be fun.
All right. See you Wednesday.
All right. See you Wednesday.